There's a reason you can start changing a habit, but you can't stay consistent. It has nothing to do with motivation or discipline or intention. Every time you recommit, push harder, try again, the same thing happens. You get frustrated, you burn out, you start over, maybe you make it mean something, you feel like a failure, maybe you eventually give up. So let's talk about what's actually going on without the bullshit. If you're watching this video, you probably already know the habit you want to change. But what you might not know is that the habit itself isn't actually the problem. It's something else entirely. You know you're smart, you know exactly what to do, yet you keep thinking, why can't I just do it? It's frustrating watching other people have the things you want. I get it. And maybe it looks effortless for them, like it just comes easy. Eventually, you start making that mean something about you. Maybe you're just destined to struggle. Maybe this is just how it is for you. You've probably even done the math, how much money you've missed out on not doing the thing that you've been planning on doing. Procrastination creeps in, and before you know it, 4 months have gone by. You had an idea for a course for years, and when you finally decided you're ready, well, the world has moved on. Maybe you were waiting for it to feel right, and now you don't know when your next opportunity will be. It's frustrating, it's exhausting, and honestly, it doesn't make you feel good about yourself at all. I know this pattern really well. I spent years crash dieting, paying for gym memberships I didn't use, doing cleanses, detoxes, yo-yo dieting. I even had disordered eating as a teenager. And I had a terrible relationship with my body for most of my life. But here's the part that really messed up with my head. I used to be incredibly athletic, so every time I couldn't stay consistent, I made it mean something about me. Why can't I do this now? Instead of changing anything, I would just feel bad about it, and then I would actually do nothing. And eventually I'd recommit, try something else, but that wouldn't stick. So here's the real problem. We don't fail at habits. We make failure mean something about who we are. We create a story. If I can't do this, maybe I'm not disciplined or not good enough. It's not the habit that's the problem. It's the idea behind the habit that's the problem. Every time you don't follow through, that story gets reinforced. Last year, I went to the gym 89 times. That's about 25% of the year. But here's what actually matters. I wanted to go. I didn't have to coerce myself. There was no guilt, no forcing. The best part, I went because I didn't hate my body anymore. I love my body. That didn't happen because I tried harder. It happened because I stopped trying to directly change the habit and I started to change the idea behind the habit. When I hated my body, the habit was all loaded with pressure and change. When I worked on the belief underneath it, the habit became neutral and action followed naturally. I put together the exact process I used to change the idea behind this habit, and you can download it for free. The link is in the description. Here is another myth that trips people up. That myth is how you do one thing is how you do everything. I also call bullshit on that. I work with clients who do incredibly uncomfortable things in their business, but their health is suffering or their relationships are failing. There's a reason that archetype exists, the wildly successful business person whose personal life is falling apart. Different areas of our lives activate different beliefs. Struggle in one area does not define who you are everywhere else. I know this one personally too. There have been seasons where my business has been thriving, but my family life wasn't. And instead of getting curious, I just beat myself up. That pressure didn't create balance, it created more avoidance. When you change the belief behind the habit, everything shifts. When you stop making setbacks mean something about your worth, you break the cycle. That is why changing a habit without shifting a belief never sticks. It's not about motivation, it's not about willpower. It's about identity. And if you want sustainable change, you have to work on the habit and the belief at the same time. If you want sustainable change, you have to work on the habit and the belief at the same time. I've linked the process that I use here in the description. Now, if perfectionism or all or nothing thinking keeps sabotaging you along the way, watch this next video on how to let go of perfectionism, how to break that pattern so that you can actually keep the commitments you make to yourself.